Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the New York Jets. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Throwing, Bridgewater, eluding the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
Boom!
Still fighting through tackles. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over first and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Good catch, an excellent creation of a big play downfield. And I can guarantee you this, that's not a play this defense is practiced against in the days leading up to this game.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Foster Moreau, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point by Sly is up and good,
and it's now a 7-0 game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
And Carl Lawson signed with the New York Jets in March of 2021 after 5.5 sacks with Cincinnati in the 2020 season. He was a 3-down player for the first time in his career last year. Now he gets to work with new Jets head coach Robert Saleh, hoping to double those numbers and getting the quarterback on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Bridgewater to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd and very short, Wilson. Catch made, it's Moreau. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They try the left side with Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll hand it off now. Johnson, oh, it's poked free. Football's out. The Broncos say they have it. They do. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Bridgewater now. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And running with power here. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 47-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
And in Corey Davis's 4 years with Tennessee, he had his moments, but his best year was last year. Finished 16 yards shy of a 1,000-yard season and really started to look the part of a #1 receiver. He will really help Zach Wilson in his rookie year with the Jets.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Play action. It's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? Just because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15.
Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one, and this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
On first down, it's Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Ty Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that could be important, as that makes this a 16-point lead. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Jets have recovered. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Bridgewater's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. On third down, Bridgewater. This is the tight end, Fant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Bridgewater to Fant, first down Broncos. Bridgewater on first down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. They begin the drive with Johnson. Room here to run. And how about that for just running out the clock? The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Jets.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. More now on the return.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go to Johnson again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
69 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Now a handoff, Johnson, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And some space here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Johnson running left. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down at 5.
Now Wilson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Touchdown! A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's good for Broncos. 1st down.
They run it here with Gordon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Here's Bridgewater. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Bridgewater. Completes it to Fant on the right side. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. 6 guys, check 6 guys.
They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater.
Going right back to Fant.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it third and 2.
To the air again with Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Throwing is Bridgewater. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. This will be caught. Judy. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
Switch gears. Check.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal?
Check three. Be wild now. He's crazy. He's checking crazy.
Again, Gordon.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Love again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. Pushing through the contact. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. 1st down, Bridgewater. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the 1st down sack. Bridgewater.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time.
Kevin King with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. They go play action with Wilson.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Jets' 47-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Check it back.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
1st down, Jets.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Again, it's Johnson. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between between his ears right now. It's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Jets, the preparation pays off as they pick up their